in your opinion, do you think there will be another meme coin season on like period?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I actually, let me stop sharing here. I wrote an article on our Substack, subscribe to Know What Owls on Substack. And we wrote an article about the value age and how we're moving into the value age and like these creator coins. And we have the Clarity Act that's lining up for you to be able to raise 75 million and launch your own token as long as you decentralize in 4 years. And I talked about how meme coins, I used to think they were going to go away and they were going to be a fad, but you got to keep in mind, NFTs came one cycle, gone. Haven't really heard about them since. Yeah, Pingu's been around, but they're more of an actual business. Like they're building a business, they're building the abstract chain, which I made a video on. But meme coins have had multiple cycles. And there was a time where all the meme coins were worth more than public companies. And they were the most popular on-ramp for people to get on board into crypto. And what I like to compare them to is sports betting, right? And kind of almost like trading, but trading is just a little more serious. Like if you look at sports betting and trading, the difference, let's look at some differences and similarities. The difference is when people trade, they try to be serious and they're not just like, oh, gambling, blah, 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 like some people do. But a lot of traders, like they try to be serious. But when you're sports betting, it's more of a fun thing. It's more of a social thing. Traders, like people who are professional traders, they're usually like not people who are socially awkward, but like they like to work alone, socially isolated. It's not a social thing by any means, right? There are traders clubs, but it's not a social thing by any means. But when you're doing like fantasy football and you're sports betting, it's something that you like to talk about with your friends. And I think investing into meme coins is like that. It's a social degenerate thing to where, again, just like trading, just like sports betting, most people lose. But if you lose money in Shiba Inu, Mamma Mia cum rocket, that's funny to talk about with your friends. And I think it will always be like that. And I think meme coins is a huge part of crypto culture. And with the creator token meta, with Pump Fund being able to have required, not just being able to, being required to launch your own token before you live stream. And then with Zora and having your creator coins and even each post being its own token. Imagine if Zora was around for 10 years and all these memes came up on the internet and you can actually own a piece of the most famous memes in the world. Dude, that would have been crazy. So I don't think it's going away by any shadow of a doubt. I think it's going to get stronger. It might change and it might maybe get harder to make money. It might become more structured, but I don't think it's going away because memes aren't going away and creator tokens aren't going away.